We go. We got some good news coming out of the West Coast. KB Homes, they're a builder predominantly on the West Coast. Well, they had a cancellation rates back in January of like 67% or something like that. Yeah, 68%. That's even more than the darkest days of the 2008 era, where it was at 47%. Now, what's the cancellation rate? Cancellation is basically when a buyer just says, hey, I'm going to cancel on this new build. I don't want it anymore, blah, blah, blah. Well, right now in the second quarter, it's 22%, boop, boop, right there. What KB Homes is saying is that the improvement in housing demand we started to see in February, it was sustained throughout our second quarter as we achieved monthly sequential increases in our net orders, and that they're well positioned to achieve their revenue target for 2023. Now, KB Homes, like I said, is on the West Coast, and they were hit particularly hard at the end of last year in the fourth quarter, where, I mean, you saw it as most of the West Coast and a lot of, the Southwest, the home prices dropped like 20% in some markets, and they were hit very hard. But how they fought that, builders started buying down interest rates. In fact, one of my clients that we did a DR Horton build out here, they were able to go from that 7% interest rate all the way down to 4.99%. They bought it down $20,000, the builder did. That's what builders had to do, and they used all of that money that they got in the last couple of years with all the high appreciation of homes to buy down, to bring buyers back. Also, there's the lock-in effect, and I know you guys have heard me talk about the locked-in effect. Basically, the sellers, they don't want to sell their home because they have those 2%, 3% mortgage rates, and they don't want to, move to a 7% or 6.5% mortgage rate. And they're, kind of forced to stay into their home. They're locked in, all right? Now, builders are using that, saying, hey, look, low inventory, we have these homes, we can build these homes, they'll be ready in 6 to 8 months. We'll also buy down your interest rate for the first, couple years, or 2-to-1 buy down or 3-to-1 buy down. So the first 2 years, your mortgage is lower. Your interest rate's lower, and then after that, it goes up a point, and then after that, it goes back up to what the rate is right now, which is hovering around 7% or 6.9. So that's good news for builders out there. Good news for the market. I think we were at the bottom of where the market's at least on the West Coast. I think things are going to start to stabilize a little bit as we move into Q3 and Q4. But time will tell, right? No one knows the market, and don't believe anyone who says I know the market and this is going to happen. Don't believe that.